Yo dudes, what is up? Not totally sure if we're live yet. Give me a second. YouTube's been having some weird... I just got an alert saying I'm live. Yeah, it says I'm live. Okay. Hopefully we are. This is like stream number 7 today. We're trying to figure this out as we go. Let me see. So it's not just us. Seems all of YouTube was having some issues, but I don't even think it was just YouTube. Because I know that yesterday I had problems. Instagram wouldn't really load for me yesterday at some point. Outlook wouldn't load for me. So maybe there's some kind of AWS, Amazon Web Service, or Google servers. Maybe they're having some issues. I don't know. Likely related. And so we've tried to stream a few times a day. It looks good on my end though. Alright. I see myself in my own subscription tab, as I should. I am subscribed to myself. So that's positive. On the front page. Well guys, thanks a lot today for sticking with it through all the restarts and stuff we had earlier, and then I had to go. But hey, you know what? It looks like Bitcoin did wait for us, so that's nice. Just to update you guys, that was an extremely emotional morning I had today. Wow, but whew, I'm doing all right. I'm really just worried about my mom. My mom's really freaked, which is a mess. But it was time, and it was the right choice, and it was peaceful, and so everybody send your good energies out to our family pet, Shy. Wonderful dog. Lived a long life. Unfortunately, the last many of them were rough for her. Lots of skin problems, like debilitating skin problems. Yeah. So she's at peace now. Sorry about that, guys. You know, I don't like to be a downer. I don't like to bring negative energy, but it is what it is. So yeah, I figured I would get back on. Not just because I told you guys I would, but you know what? You guys are my family too, and I figure this'll help me take my mind off of it. Give me something to focus on, and Bitcoin seems to have waited, so stars are aligned there. Enough about me. I'm okay. I'm doing all right. There was a few tears earlier, man. Family pets, it's never easy to part with them, so just send your good energies out. That's all we can do. I appreciate it. But I'll hopefully try not to bring it up anymore. Try to move on. Scar Sizzle, what's up, man? Your pits have it. Yeah, and so it was my family dog, my mom. We got her 15 years ago or something, 12 years ago. She doesn't live with me anymore, but now I have a pit. She's a pit dachshund. You can see her on my Instagram if you want to see pictures. And she has skin problems too, and that's freaking me out. But hers aren't anywhere, nothing like the ones my dog had. My mom's. If you have any tips on what we can do for our pit and her skin problems, we got a raccoon.
God bless all the good doggos in the world. Keep a chin up.
Bless those doggos, man. Bless the doggos and the doges. I wish good health to all of your doggos out there. I love dogs, man. Pardon. But thank you, Karma. I appreciate it, brother. Just get on stream, get my mind off of it. This is what I love doing, and so let's get into it. Let's do it. We had a pretty good recap there this morning, but we didn't get to go too in depth due to the issues we had, and it looks like we're not having those issues right now. So heck yeah, let me tag everyone. Tell them we're live again. Sorry for all the Discord pings lately. Well, today especially, man. Sorry about that, guy. But here we are. Doggos are the best. They're our best friends. They're amazing. Thank you, Dirk. Thank you, everybody. Just send out the good vibes today. Send it, and you know what? Not just to me, not just to my mom, but to like all the dogs out there. Everybody with family pets. Just send the energy out to them. And let's hope that they don't have the same issues. So yeah. Yo, Infovader, what's up, bro? Been a while. Astronaut Renee, what's up, dog? Good to see ya. Demon, yo. Yeah, dude, we went through every freaking diet we could go through for our dog. Didn't seem to help. I really think it's an anxiety thing for her. She has separation anxiety. I really think that's it. Bitcoin, you know what? It waited for us. Literally, we left at like the candle, at this candle when it reached up. Just broke over 6 again. It looks like the entire time we were out. Came back down, and now we're live again. Bullish engulfed on the 1 hour. Maybe we're going to get a retest. Let me take a look. Everything good on my settings. Volume good, everybody. Everything checking out. Hopefully. You know what, Digimedia? We might try CBD. We might try CBD for the dog. I'm not even kidding. We might. Yo, Emmett Wilson, what's up, dog? What's up, man? Justin Adams, what's up? Ross and Carol Brown. The Brown family, welcome. DC, what's up? Crockpot, good to see you again. Yeah, dude, I literally, like, it's amazing how much advice you guys give me on these streams. I love it. We'll get into the TA. Sorry, random people joining who are like, this isn't TA, this is stupid. We do a lot of TA here, don't worry. There's no lack of technical analysis that's going to happen today. There was just some personal stuff this morning that if you were at the earlier stream, you would have an idea about. I'm trying not to focus on it. You guys give me so much great advice on my life. I really appreciate it. Anything from what I should help do with my dog and its itching, to Tom G. Gonna give him another shout out from a few days ago. Gave me the best relationship advice ever when it comes to girlfriends and picking a place to eat when they're in not such a good mood. You guys really helped me out a lot. I love it. I really appreciate it. It's a good feeling to have a kind of a back and forth. Like, I try to give you guys the best info I can on charting and technical analysis and crypto, and you guys pay me back with all your awesomeness. So I appreciate you guys so much. Yeah, also going along with that, I think it was last night or the other day. I think it was last night. I gave kind of a shout out to everybody, letting them know that as a stream, there are so many facets to running a stream in a community that it is insane. And we are seeing some amazing growth again this month, and it's super exciting for me. Hopefully it's exciting for you guys. But the shout out it was really a call to action. If you want to, this is all voluntary, there's no pressure. But if you have skills, and those skills can be really a large range of skills, but if you feel that you're skilled at something and you think it's something that can benefit the stream, please shoot me a message. I got a bunch of messages the other day. I loved the support you guys showed me, reaching out saying, hey man, I don't know if this will help. This is what I do. I have a little free time lately. Maybe this could help. Keep it coming. Don't be shy. Shoot me an inbox on Discord. Just message me. I'm at the top of the user list, Tom Crown. And if you think you have something that you can volunteer, make the stream better or help it grow, man, I want you on our team. We're quickly approaching the place that we want to be, which is essentially where we can have enough income where we can actually hire people to do some things part-time, like graphic design, social media stuff, marketing, etc. We're not quite there yet. Hopefully the patron keeps growing.
YouTube famous BTC King of Kings, first of his name, Crown Protector of the crypto realm, Big Daddy Crown, sorry about you and your family's dog, bro.
Thank you, Josh. I appreciate it, brother. You guys, you mean so much to me. It really does help me feel better. And just so everybody knows, Gracie Bean, little Bean is fine. She's fine. It wasn't that dog. It was my mom's dog. Still sad, but Bean is fine. Don't worry, guys. Nothing ever is going to happen to her. God forbid, knock on wood. Nothing's ever going to happen to her. She's going to live forever. Or we're going to clone her. I don't know. We're not going there. But thank you, Josh. I appreciate it, brother. Yeah, where was I? Patron. So, as a patron grows, we're at the point now where I'm good as I can pay my bills. I live really frugally. And we're at the point now, if we keep getting more patrons, where that money is going to go back into the stream. Because I understand the difficulty and the complexity and the artistic talent it takes to get someone to do graphic design and animations, and that's what we need. I think really would help the stream. So that's where the new patron membership money is going to go when we get to that point. But until then, really love the support you guys have been showing, offering your skills. And if you have one, shoot me a message. There is, at the top of the Discord, there's a little room that says looking for talented people. Those are some of the ideas, but guys, there's everything. If you have a talent and you have time and the passion and you want to be part of our crew helping grow the stream, man, I want you on board. Send me a message. Done with that. But love the support you guys have shown. So all right, Bitcoin ASMR. Let's see. During the stream about an hour and a half ago, we had hit exactly 16,000, right? Yeah, to the number. Talk about psychological, right? Talk about psychological. 16,000 and 0 cents. We almost never see this in Bitcoin, and think about it, because it's reasonable. Not only do you have 16,000, so like you have that quantity, but then you have cents. So really, this is such a precise value. It's in reality 1600000. That's 5 zeros, 5 decimal places of zeros. Like psychological AF. It's about as psychological as it gets. It is nice to see it's a little higher high. Slightly higher high versus November 5th. RSI, not quite there yet on the 4 hour. MACD, not quite there yet on the 4 hour. I don't like this funding flip. We got our beautiful funding to negative yesterday. Yesterday. It's gone back to positive. Not great. Not the best. However, let's see. I think it was on the daily. It was on the daily? No. Daily, a little positive. Just barely. Really, anything like within, let's see, like 0.15 to negative 0.15 is really just neutral. So pretty neutral funding. However, we're coming off of positive funding, so that gives me a little nerve. Weekly just finally showing a little positive funding again. I don't like that. But what we've been seeing, if you guys have been following along, we went into depth on this in many episodes recently. Highly recommend, if you want to see really in-depth stuff on this that I did quickly earlier, watch the earlier video from today. But here's the gist of it, is while funding is by no means something I suggest trading by, you know, you can't say, yep, funding's positive on the weekly, now I'm going short. It doesn't really work that way. But what it does show is we can look at this in history and see how it really does influence price. Since March, funding has been mostly negative. Mostly negative since March. And in fact hit its most negative funding point ever. Funding is a margin or contract exchange thing, which essentially, depending on if contracts are being settled too high or too low from spot price, funding essentially makes one side, so long or short, pay the other to stay open. And what this does is it attempts to bring the margin or contract price back closer to spot. It's an effective tool. It works. But when we look at the charts, we see some very interesting stuff. We've seen negative funding since March, where it hit its like all-time low of negative, shot up, remained negative in funding, and there's only one time now, other than right now in this weekly, on the weekly scale, that we see positive funding, and that was in this August-July area. And you can see it remained positive until the sell-off boom went back down negative, and then price went up again. So in the macro sense, funding is a great piece of data. Great piece of data. It's undeniable. You can see it right here. This is just absolutely undeniable. Let me put some verticals here. So this is where funding flipped to negative. Sorry, I'm having verbal diarrhea. This is where funding flipped to positive. I'll put a line on the funding. This indicator down here, guys, nothing special. Just go into TradingView, type in BitMEX. Bunch of things will pop up. It's just the first one right here by Neobutane. Shout out to Neobutane. BitMEX funding and premium index Neobutane. That's it. It's not a paid thing, nothing special. And it's really just an indicator that's taking data from BitMEX and the funding on their open contracts. So right here, July 13th on the weekly, we saw funding flip back to positive. Price did continue to rally, so that's something important to note. And that's also why I was saying you can't just go short because funding's positive now. Doesn't work that way. You can see it's delayed. Price moved up, funding continued to move up even with price. But then, let's see right here, funding flipped back to negative. So we can see in general, funding is negative, price goes up. So right here, this is all negative funding, price goes up. When we see positive funding, price did go up, but then is leading into a sell-off. And it's interesting because that's really the only sell-off we've seen since March, and it's the only time weekly funding has been positive. So there's a correlation here. There's absolutely important data. As soon as that sell-off happened on the weekly, funding went back to negative, and as you can see, prices continued to move up. So this is a really good piece of data for traders out there. Not everybody uses it, but everyone should at least be aware. You know, this isn't a huge sample size. Not a huge sample size, but this is 6 months-ish. And if you look back at price history, it holds pretty dang true. This is where funding flipped to negative right here. Back in March, right? Before that, right here is where it flipped back to positive. You can see that these changes are actually very significant, and they happen at significant times. And almost always, price is moving against them. There are exceptions, but they're really far and few between. Like maybe here. We do see it. It's too much. It's too accurate to really to say it has no effect. It does. Do I think it controls the market? Not at all. But do I think that we need to be aware of it in trading? Absolutely, because it's just there. This is the only time it was positive. Price went up, but it retraced. And every time price has been negative consistently, prices moved up. So that's why I don't like seeing this little weekly today, or I guess this week, whenever this started. What day of the week is it? I don't even know. Wednesday, 2 days ago, popped to positive. Not the sign I'm looking for. I want to see negative funding continue because that sets up shorts to squeeze and push price higher. That being said, funding on is positive, yes, but it's so little. It's such a little piece. It's not a high swing. We see these high swings in August. We see these high swings in February. This is really just a peak. So this could change even throughout the week. There's still 3-ish days left. Can still change. Could go back to negative. But if we keep seeing funding go positive, the farther and the longer that happens, the more I'm going to be looking for a pullback. We see it on the daily here as well, which is kind of the concerning-ish part, is that we do see funding is positive on the dailies, but again, kind of in disagreement with the weekly. We see that we had some high swings, and that's returned down low again. And there are times absolutely on the daily where you get 1 or 2 of these little swing highs on funding before moving back to the negative area, and that's what we're really hoping to see again here. We're hoping to see a spike down. Very counterintuitive. I can understand anyone being confused by this, because wait, if funding is negative, if that means there's more shorts open, right? So wouldn't that mean price is going to go down? There's more shorts. This is one of the most misunderstood aspects in crypto trading.
Are you saying it's time to run for the hills? The sky is falling. Crash and burn, hold MEIMSCAREDDDD. Close out any long positions.
Josh, you ask me this multiple times a day, brother. Multiple times a day. I love you. I love you, Josh. Everybody just ignore him. Love Josh. Don't ignore him, but ignore him when he says stuff like this. Not at all what I'm saying. What I'm saying is we're watching a trend here. We're watching it. Keeping an eye on it. We're being aware of it. Dang it, Josh, I had something awesome. You'll always interrupt me in my best time. Where was I going? Oh yeah, the counterintuitive aspect. So essentially funding is whichever side, if there's more longs or more shorts, essentially whichever is the majority has to pay the other side. So in the situation we're in now where funding has become a little on the long side, that means that there's a little more longs opening than shorts. So any long position has to pay at a time interval, I don't know what it is on BitMEX, shorts to stay open. And it's counterintuitive because you're thinking, wait, price is going up. There's a lot of longs. That's a good thing, right? That makes sense logically, but that isn't how it works. It's actually the exact opposite. When you see price moving down and longs moving up, that can be a very bad sign. And when you see price moving up and shorts moving up with it, that can be a very good sign. It's counterintuitive. Why that happens, why that's the truth, I'm not maybe the expert to tell you the specifics on that. But I can tell you through observation that when price is moving up, you want to see shorts opening. And what happens is because as they open and as price continues to move up, those shorts get liquidated. And when a short or long position gets liquidated, what happens in the market is that it flips. The position is flipped in the sense in the market. So if you are one Bitcoin short and you get liquidated, what happens is that Bitcoin actually is bought back into the market. Because when you short sell it, you're borrowing it to sell, and when you get liquidated, it gets bought back. And so shorts opening as price goes up causes these liquidations, which pushes the price up more as they close because they're buying back that position to cover it. And that pushes price up, which hits more short stop losses or short liquidations, which can cause chain reactions. And that's what you call a short squeeze. Something we've been talking about recently a good amount, because that is, other than the funding this week or really locally being positive, we've seen a lot of negative funding. And that's the setup we're looking for. The last significant short squeeze I can remember, or just off the top of my head, is right here. October 24th, 25th. This was the last short squeeze that I can remember. And we can see, look at this short funding here. Tons and tons and tons of shorts opened. They can right here, and they continued here. And we saw pretty consistently shorts being open still. Funding remains pretty neutral, but is favoring the shorts. And then we see another spike of negative funding, more shorts opening. And then what happened is someone went to the spot market, made big buys, and it caused a chain reaction of these shorts closing and forcing them to cover their position by buying. And look at the price result. Look at this price result. 42, it's actually a little more than that, but 42.38% in 2 days. And it actually happened in a 24-hour period, but in 2 daily candles. This is what we're looking for. 42 from a short squeeze. Yes, of course, the market wasn't actually bullish. You sold off, blah, 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 whatever. But that's a 42% move up. That's a second biggest, maybe. I think it's the second biggest 24-hour change in Bitcoin history. Something like that. In that period of time, 42%. So here's why we're looking for it. If we had a repeat, and there's no guarantee here, and the less we see funding being negative, the less this is really, I don't know, as likely. But if we got the exact same move, we got the exact same squeeze, man, I have to scroll the chart up. We got a 42% move. Imagine a short squeeze that brought us to 22,500. I'm not saying that this is what's going to happen. I'm not. But it is a possibility, and it's a possibility that has a probability that is decent. It's not unlikely. It's I wouldn't give it 50%, maybe a 30% chance at this point. But if we got a squeeze to 22,500, unlike in October, we're topped out at 10.5, this would break a new all-time high. Yes, we would likely see some kind of correction after that, of course. But that puts in a new all-time high for Bitcoin, and that kicks off, confirms a bull market. And what it does, even more so than that, even more importantly, is it eliminates all of these bearish divergence setups we have possible. This is a little hopium, but it's not hopium based on nothing. It's hopium based on realistic possibilities of price action here. This is some very exciting stuff. A short squeeze at this level would be absolutely confirmation of a bull market. It would be unbelievable. It would be the perfect storm for Bitcoin. My fingers are crossed. That's what I'd like to see. But again, it doesn't even have to happen. We could not see a short squeeze. We can just see this, waving up, waving down, and we can still be in a bull market. But that would be like the fast track, the fast, quick way to immediately hit into a bull market. Would be to see a short squeeze at this level. The last time, the one in October happened at like 6,000. We had the short squeeze. This would be at 16,000, maybe higher. It becomes really, really exciting if that happens. That's why we're watching funding so much. And guys, look at Bitcoin price, man. A lot of people are still bearish, are still worried. They're waiting for lower. They've been waiting for lower since March. This whole time they've been waiting for lower. They haven't gotten it. They might get it. There's no way to know. But they haven't gotten it all the way up, every step of the way up. Everyone looking for lower. They were looking for lower at 3,800. They were looking for lower at 7,000. They were definitely looking for lower at 10,000. And then, weirdly, people weren't really looking as much, I feel, at 12 for lower, but they were. But this 9.8 touch wasn't enough. I don't know really anyone at all who shorted 12 and rebought at 9.8. I don't really know anyone who made that trade. Maybe some people in our group, like our patron post, we had our long call at 9,835. So certainly people went long there, but I'm talking about these specific people that were waiting here and waiting here and waiting here and waiting here. Those people not back in. And just as they were at every single point, right now they're waiting for that as well. I hear people calling for like 4K. That's not gonna happen. In my opinion, this is not gonna happen. That would be silly. Bitcoin's never seen anything like it. If some weird catastrophic event happened where we did see that, it almost certainly would be a flash move. It would be, I don't know, within like a 10-minute candle. It would be something ridiculous. I think the odds of that are very, very low. But of course, everything is possible in Bitcoin. Everything is possible in crypto. I just don't think it has the probability here. No. Honestly, the lowest, I'll tell you guys right now, the lowest I think Bitcoin will ever see. I can tell you this right now. Let's do it on the weekly. Nope. This is the lowest, absolute lowest I think Bitcoin will ever go. As of today. And this number changes every day. Where are my moving averages? It's not correct. Oh, okay, I see. 200 weekly. The lowest I think Bitcoin will ever see. Based on this right here, but there's a few other things that are going to bump this number up. 7,157. I do not believe, in my opinion, that Bitcoin will go below the 200 weekly moving average until the next all-time high is put in. I do not think, in my personal opinion, in my technical analysis, I don't think that this line is retested until we have a new all-time high. And certainly it'll be very far above 7,150 at that point. The daily, the 200 daily. Where are you? This could be broken. Got a little lost here. Where was I going? 200 weekly moving average. I do not believe will break until the next all-time high is hit. or at least until it's moved up incredibly significantly. If you want a closer value, I don't believe that we see under 10,500. I don't think we see it ever again, personally. In a flash crash scenario, it's possible. I don't think there will be ever significant trading under 10,500 again. I think we could see a test of 10,500. I don't think that that's probable either. But that is much more realistic than the 200 weekly breaking. Then there's one more value. I do expect, I'm not a moon boy, here. I do expect a test of 13,864. Absolutely, I've been talking about it for weeks. Absolutely expect a test there. Go watch our other videos. I don't want to go over everything every video. It'll be boring for everybody. Do expect a test to 13,864. Our projection, without giving every detail about it, follows this way. And we called this weeks ago, so this wasn't like created today. Now that we're at 16,000. Our target for the end of the year for the last few weeks has been 17,200. That is where we're looking to close this yearly. Can be as low as 17.1. Heck, 17 would probably fit that fine too. Anyway, we're looking for a 17,200 yearly close, and then in Q1 of 2021, we are looking for 13,864 as a retrace. Tested as support. And if it holds as support, bull run. And just bull run, period. There it is. That's our projection. So far, it's held pretty well. Back here, when price was a lot lower, this projection seemed pretty crazy, right? But every day since, it's become less and less crazy. It's become more and more realistic pretty much every day since we've spotted it. It's pretty exciting. That 13.8, yeah, it's possible it doesn't get back tested. I think that it is probable it does. I think that is the most probable scenario. But as long as price remains above this important moving average, you can put on the Bollinger Bands if you want to see it, or on the weekly. You can also just pop on your 20 moving average. They're the same thing. This is the most important value. We spotted this beginning or the end of August, beginning of September. The 20 moving average, the middle weekly Bollinger Band. We spotted this. This was our long signal on Patreon, and we tested it once. We tested it 3 times, and prices moved away. I fully expect price to come back to this. I don't think it will come back to this right now. It could, but I fully expect price to return to the 20 weekly, and there's many reasons. I'll do a quick one. You can see 2019 never tested it. Broke it, kind of tested it, never came back. Failed rally. But if you look back at every other Bitcoin bull run, that 20 weekly moving average is the guide of the trend. So as long as price is above the 20 weekly, you're not going to see me be bearish. I'm going to be bullish. The trend is up, in my opinion, as long as price is above it. That is why I'm not looking for these lower numbers. That's why I don't think 7 something is super likely. It's possible, but that's my lowest value. I think 7,100 is the lowest we will see Bitcoin trade. I don't like to use the word ever, but maybe ever again. There's always that flash crash. I'm going to stop making excuses for it. That's my opinion. I have strong confidence in that. And I think our model that we've projected out is very accurate. This rally up to 16,000 really kind of was overshooting our projection. Our projection was saying November would be a little less volatile, which it is technically, as opposed to October. But we were looking for a lot more sideways trading action. We're looking for a doji close. So we're looking for November to have a wick high, and to close lower than that wick high, but close as a green small-bodied candle. If you guys have been watching the episodes, if you guys watch our daily episodes, which you should, I don't know why you're not, I don't know where you've been. On November 2nd at 13,215. In our live episode, I said, it is likely that this is the swing low for November. So far, it's right. 13,215, haven't gotten a lower low. Because that adds the wick we were looking for. To fit our projection, November opened at 13, just underneath 13,864. But to fit our projection, we needed selling. We needed to see the swing low to wick. So this, so far, may be our monthly wick. That's our bottom wick. We do want a top wick. It could be here at 16, though. Price really kind of looks like it wants to break it. Really, it's kind of mind-blowing. It's more bullish than what I thought was already like an overly bullish prediction. Maybe something like this. Because 16.4, that area is a fib. We have a solid fib there. That's definitely going to be a profit-taking area. 16,000 flat is really nothing. Really not a price. Or it's not a resistance. It's just nothing. But once you get to like the 16.4, then you're at a profit-taking area. You're likely to see some retracement. This very well may be what this candle looks like for the monthly. You know, I think that maybe is too big of a body. Probably needs to be a little smaller. Let's say... maybe just at this consolidation point. Something like this. This would fit our projection extremely well for the monthly candle. These white arrows indicating a wick opening here, closing 15.6 with a swing high of 16.3, 16.4. That would fit the model that we just talked about. The 17.2 close retraced to 13.864. That would fit the model perfectly, this monthly candle. If price runs too much and closes too high, our projection's likely wrong. Which is weird sounding. It's like, but it's a really bullish prediction. Wouldn't it running more be good? Well, it doesn't fit the pattern we're looking for then. So not intrinsically bad. Not intrinsically bad. It could just be more bullish than we expect. But I'll feel the most comfortable with this November candle looking this way because it fits what we're looking for. But patterns don't always play out. If we close with no real top wick, or we close a little like too close to 17.2, we're going to have to look for a different projection. We're going to have to look for something else because it won't fit our model anymore. That's what we do a lot here. We look for patterns, but more importantly, we look for patterns to break. And when they break, we use that information as in our advantage to make better trades. We follow a pattern. It can become very easy to identify when patterns break. And then you know that your targets are no longer your targets and you need to change your plan up. Austin Powers, you're more bullish than me? Okay. People used to call me a moon boy, a perma bull. People call me all kinds of things, but you know what? I don't care. You know why I don't care? Because all those people, they were shorting the bottom when I was accumulating. I wish them the best. I hope they're not too wrecked. But the fundamental, the only thing you need to know about Bitcoin, really, if you only can know one thing about Bitcoin trading and Bitcoin investing, there's only one thing you can know. You only have room in your brain for one simple thought. That thought is that short is not the direction to go long term. Bitcoin has shown us that. Above anything else, yes, there are times to short. Yes, I take profit. I have shorted. I don't do it often. There are times to do it. There's times where it's profitable. But if you look at Bitcoin long term, you're in the wrong direction. And it's not just Bitcoin, it's almost every market. Markets over time go up. They don't only go up, but over time, markets go up. You can apply this to the stock market. You can apply this to gold. Yes, things flux. But over time, almost everything moves up in value.
Happy birthday, Tom Crown. Party popper, 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 party popper.
Party popper, party popper, popper. Thank you, brother. Thank you, brother ENT, for remembering again today. I know you remembered yesterday, but thank you for remembering again today. Today I really need it, guys. Today was a really rough day, so need the extra love. Crypto Sharknado chiming in. Exactly. We can attribute that markets go up over time. We can attribute that to inflation. We can. I would say there's likely more to that equation, but I think that inflation is a great way to describe it. Money inflates. That's why Bitcoin was created, because people can just create money. And when you create money, you steal money from everyone holding. Everyone that has that currency. If you create more of it out of thin air, you don't add any value and you just add more, you've diluted the supply and you've made everyone else's dollars or didgeridoos, whatever, anything, euros, yen, I don't know, sand dollars, I don't know. You've stolen invisibly from everyone else with that currency. Everyone who's being paid in that currency you're stealing from as well. Unless their wage adjusts, you're taking money from them. They're making less money now. That's why Bitcoin was created. Among, a few other concepts of no middlemen in finance, controlling your own finances, controlling your own security, being your own bank, being permissionless, being immutable. The list goes on. But that's it. If you need to know one thing about markets, over time they all go up. It does not mean that you can leverage long anything and it will work. No. This is just if you know one thing, the broad concept is that yes, there are exceptions, but almost everything increases with value over time. So being a perma bull, that's not a good thing. Admittedly, I am in many ways a perma bull. Being a perma bear is not a good thing, but if you're gonna be one, probably should be the bull. Doesn't mean you need to long all the time. Don't use leverage. There's my thing. Don't use leverage. You don't need leverage in crypto. Crypto, on average, from its swing low to swing high at all-time highs is 10,000%. You don't need more percents. Leverage was designed for hedging. It was designed actually specifically, I think, for like commodity farmer stuff like that, where they can hedge against bad seasons. It is not the tool you need in crypto. Crypto has plenty of volatility. Plenty of volatility. Plenty of gains. So there it is. If you have to be a perma bull or a perma bear, don't be either. Perma is never the right thing. But if you have to be one, perma bull is going to win. It is not specific to Bitcoin, to anything. Over time, ever since the dollar and ever since the USD was taken off a gold standard, it has only gone down in purchasing power. It's gone down less in purchasing power versus some other fiats, other currencies. Arguably, it's done well in that sense of holding strength. But that's it's like comparing a fleet of sinking ships and saying, well, that ship's sinking the slowest. So I am going to invest in that ship. That's stupid. All of these ships are going to the bottom of the ocean, just at different speeds. And that means everything else is going to tend to gain value because they're seeing the inverse effect of that sinking. They're seeing the tide rise. All these ships sink. So there's my rant. Giggity 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 goo. Craig Bowen, dude, this is... If I would compare this yearly candle to another yearly candle in Bitcoin history, and there's not a lot. I know the sample size is small, so I don't want anyone to be deceived by that.
Happy birthday, Tom. Wish all her a good night. Greetings from Switzerland.
Carlos, what's up, my man? Carlos Lamana, thank you for the 10. CHF, the 10 crowns? Those crowns? I get my fiat tickers mixed up for some reason, but thank you for the support, my brother. And thank you for the birthday wishes. Just, I don't deceive people. I'm very transparent. Just so you guys know, every day is my birthday. It's an inside joke here. So I don't want anybody to be fooled by it. It's just like our inside joke. But I do appreciate that, my friend. I just appreciate the support. Happy to have you here. Happy to have you. Today's a hard day, and dude, I have 283 people watching. And you know what? It's completely taken my mind off of it. So thank you guys, man. You guys, you have no idea how much every single one of you means to me. So thank you very much. Thank you for being here. There must be some new faces here. 284. That's a little bit above our typical. A little bit above our typical average. So there's got to be new faces here, guys. If you are new here, incoming shameless self-promotion. Promise I'll keep these to a minimum today. But if you are new here, please make sure you've subscribed to the stream. We just hit 14,000 subscribers. Yesterday, the day before. It's crazy. You guys all have confusing. Let's get to 15. 15 is such a better number. Here's the thing is we need to get more subscribers because only a few months ago, we had more subscribers than Bitcoin price. Okay, here's my reasoning. Now Bitcoin price is 15,848. We need to keep up with Bitcoin price, guys. We can't let Bitcoin outclass us. We're a Bitcoin channel. Joke, but actually, that would be cool if we could keep it up. So yes, please make sure you're subscribed and hit the bell. Unfortunately, YouTube has been Fado-shanning us on the daily. Fado-shan. Frederico Classing, thanks for the follow, brother. Welcome to our fam. And people haven't been getting notifications. You haven't been able to find us in your subscription feed. You haven't been able to find us in search. So that is the importance of Discord. Link is in the chat. Dropping it in the chat. Making sure it still works. It still works. Link's in the chat, guys. Get in Discord. We have had like 300% Discord growth in the last 2 weeks versus the normal growth, and it's awesome. It's the best way to keep up with our daily live streams. It's the only way to find them like half the days. So you don't want to miss out on this content. If you're new here, you won't know, but this channel, Bluebeard. Whoa. Ooh, follow train. Boop boop. Choo choo. Bluebeard, what's up, brother? Welcome. And Mohammed Yusuf, welcome to you as well. Frederico Classing, welcome to the fam, guys. Thank you so much for following. And it's great to have you here. Done with this shill. So make sure you're in Discord. We've had crazy Discord growth lately, and it's awesome because no one can stop us from getting to our viewers and informing them we're live. It's amazing. Final shill. Check out the Patreon, guys. Check out the Patreon. This is this supports the stream, but more importantly, this is if you're new to crypto or new to trading, or even if you're not, this is how I can personally help you in your crypto or trading journey become a better trader or more knowledgeable about crypto. It comes with weekly one-on-one time with me, where you can ask me whatever, and we can get to the, whatever it is you need to learn about, and I can help you, and I'd love to help you do that. We're seeing a ton of Patreon growth as well this month, and it's awesome. So check it out after the show or now or whatever. Comes with as well exclusive technical analysis, trade setups, etc. All kinds of great stuff in there, educational content, market observations, and it's only for patrons. So if that sounds like it is of value to you, you're not going to find a better value on a membership in the crypto space than that. I'm done chilling. Okay, thanks for making it through. We only lost like 20 viewers. People tune out when I shill myself. But I'm done. No more shilling. So we're moving on. Let's see. I want to say the stream's lagging. Unicorn 1. That's some negativity, dude. We don't need negativity here, guys. We're positivity only. I don't know why I even said that. I don't know what I'd be talking S about. You'll know that if you've been here, you'll know I pretty much only speak positively about anything. If I have something negative to say, I don't typically share it. 14K party poppers round town. Is Turbo, you're out soon. Thanks for joining us, dude. Tom G, what's up, my man? Phil Nitz, Austin Powers. Live streams becoming a liability, maybe. Jason Sereno, please don't make jokes like that, dude. Crypto is for everyone. Crypto is all inclusive of all people everywhere. So we don't embrace, tolerate, whatever, anything like that. Stefan Balsman, what's up, bro? Did I see your super chat? I'm sorry, I did not. Something changed with them now, and if they're under, I think if they're under $5, it doesn't do the alert thing. There's been a lot of problems with the alert box. The alert box also not showing new patron signups, which is the biggest bummer. Yo, Father Braids, what's up, brother? Trying to find your thing, Mr. Bossman. Benedict Watson, what's up, brother? X Super Chat. Chris S, what's up? Sergio, what's up? Kevin M, you are a moon boy. Yeah, fair enough. I'm more of a crypto bull than I am a moon boy. Moon boy, I just don't think that's as accurate. Digging that wedge. Where is this super chat? Is it the 11th and I said it was the 10th? Derp. Stefan, it's literally gone now from my feed, so I believe you. What do you want to look at? What's up, Greg D? Can I check out NASDAQ? Sure. I think last we looked at NASDAQ, I was a little more bullish on it than S&P and DJI, so take a look at it. Yeah. What did I miss? Alright, NASDAQ. Also got to put in some alerts here because we're really close to comfort. Let's check out the NASDAQ here. Just want to make sure the alerts are on. I don't want to miss a move if we get it. Looking at dirty traditionals. NASDAQ. No lag? I don't know what's going on with the lag. Alright, NASDAQ. Hit our target, it seems. Today. Target from last episode. Kapow. Alright. Rock Sivber. What's up, dude? Thanks for joining. And John Payne. I missed that one. Welcome, brother. Welcome to our new fam. NASDAQ. NASDAQ. Weirdly, this was not true until, I don't know, 2 days ago. I am more bullish on NASDAQ than I am S&P and Dow. It almost feels weird to say. S&P and Dow putting in new all-time highs while NASDAQ did not. Tom, that doesn't make sense. Here's the reason. We're seeing new highs on the other indices, and we are not seeing higher highs on our indicators. That's bearish divergence on the highs. NASDAQ, however, did not put in a higher high. It does have the same RSI, same indicator setup, but it avoids bearish divergence by not putting in a higher price high. We have hit 3 effing targets in a row on NASDAQ here. 3 in a row. That's actually nuts. I need to start trading NASDAQ apparently. We hit one on the 24th, on the 30th, and now what? Again yesterday. Freaking awesome. So let's see what we got on the daily. Gappy. Gap's still not filled down to 11.35. Look at the week. This is a choppy chart on the daily. And kind of choppy on the weekly. Coming off a strong bullish candle, like bullish engulf kind of candle. Hold up here. This weekly looking like a gravestone, not a great sign. Bearish divergence on the weekly. We have that on all the indices, and it extends out even to like the monthly, so I am skeptical about them long term, but at least short term on NASDAQ, I am somewhat bullish. Let's see. $13. In the event of a break up on NASDAQ, I would be looking to take profit at 13,000 to 13,600 area. I know that's a big zone, bigger than our typical targets, but we'd be dealing with a new all-time high, and new all-time highs aren't going to be as accurate as dissecting local price action is. Like this just slaughtered, this TA slaughtered it, man. We connected the highs, we found support, bounced it twice. Get any kind of anything. Yeah, anything. No. There's a weak bullish divergence here on these lows off of our trend line. It's not a strong divergence. It's essentially a double bottom on RSI, which is a reversal signal, but it's not one that would suggest to me that we're going to go blast an all-time high. MACD suggesting maybe there is a little bearish divergence there as well in the highs. Huh. Man. I think the edge has still got to be with the bears here. I think we need to see a total. I think we need to see a total fill of this gap. 11,356. I think we need to see that. It's not taking up too much. I think we need to see this. So I'm not seeing the strength in the short term here. Let's check out some other indicators, which I don't always do. I don't always do with these. Okay, well, we bounced to the 50 daily. That's not a terrible sign. The 50 daily is slanting down, though. Don't like to see that. That's not a sign of strength. Bouncing the 50 is not a bad spot, though. Chi, do you have anything for us? Okay, TK held. That's good. Man, looking for a cross above the clouds on the daily too. It just needs to set a new high here. Not the last 9 days. This is, I hate when I have to say something like this because it seems obvious, but what we're looking for, here on NASDAQ, and this is stupidly painfully obvious, but the reasoning might not be, as we really need to see this 12,268 break. If we see this, let's see, we have, has to be before the 19th. If we see a break of this high before the 19th, we're going to get a daily Ichimoku twist above the clouds, which is an extremely bullish sign on the daily. If we do, I think that the probability of testing into this box is very high. Very high. However, at the moment, I'm not seeing the strength that I'd like to see from the bulls. So that might be out of reach for now. We may see first. That gap totally close before attempting it. Pattern what we have there. Short term looks bearish. really macro looks bearish, but the midterm is looking okay. It's really just going to be a battle for this 12,270. Man. Sometimes stocks are annoying to look at. Sometimes they're really easy. Man, we lost like 40 viewers as soon as we went to stocks. What happened? I wonder if somebody else went live. Did someone else go live and then like that's stealing all of our... No, we're the only ones live. Right? Even Chico Creep? Chico Creep. Oh, I'm so glad I didn't actually say that. Even Chico Crypto, he was streaming earlier. I mean, he went off. I think we're the only ones live right now. Maybe because we kind of are chilling out here on the price action. I don't know. That's odd. We dropped like from 290 to like 220 in the last 10 minutes maybe. And we're still in search, so it's not that. I got an hour and 5 minutes till close. This should be the spicy time. People should be paying attention. Oh man, we peaked actually at 300. Pretty good. Wonder what's happening. Price action did settle down. Let's see, it's been the last 45 minutes. Actually, that probably lines up really well. Yeah, that lines up perfect. Alright. Well, these 3 red candles have scared people away. That's alright. It happens. Let's get rid of this gibber. So the way the daily is looking right now, if we close right here, there's only an hour left. That's looking pretty solid. That's a pretty solid daily close. Heck yeah, that's a solid daily close. There'd be a new high, and it would be again the highest daily close since 2018. Multiple years. Right there. This will be our daily support. Excellent. I'm going to make this daily support a different color so you guys aren't confused. It is now purple. This is our daily support coming into this close. Something great is to see that this 4-hour already tested it, rejected it, did move back up. I don't like that funding. Did move back up, but we don't see any local bearish divergence on the highs on the short term, nor do we see it on MACD, but we do see a bullish divergence on MACD with our lower swing low here. And we see a bullish divergence on the 15-minute on RSI here as well. That is spicy. So really what we're looking for in the last hour is a close above 15,608. That will be excellent. It will have tested a daily resistance as support and confirmed it. We do have an hour. Price could easily go lower than that or higher. But this is a solid close, guys. This is a solid close. It would be testing the 3-day, the 5th, the 6th, and the 7th closes as support, which were resistance. That's excellent. Mr. Fady. Mr. Fady. Welcome to our fam, brother. It's good to have you. Good to have you here. That'd be an excellent close. It'd be the highest close. Even locally, we keep having that happen. We keep having the highest closes in years. And it's wonderful. Wonderful. I would like to see this 15,608 to hold into this daily. And if it does, I'm going to look for continuation tomorrow. Oh, and tomorrow's candle. I'm going to look for continuation to the upside. 4-hour RSI is really reflective of price. Hey. Hope it didn't just fry out. Sorry everybody who's watching on Twitch. You're not anymore. Really reflective of price here. 4-hour resistance, son of a... So we do have, I didn't even spot this. We do have a 4-hour resistance that we may be testing as support here as well. I'm going to make this yellow and thin. Both of these thinners. Spicy. 15,819. This is a 4-hour resistance that we did break above. Now we're back underneath. This is my new target. A daily close above 15,819 will make me very confident in continuation into the next day. A close above 15,608, still confident but is not as strong. And a close below 15,608, I'm going to see as short-term bearish at least. So we're actually in a pretty good position here. With an hour left, we do have this ascending or descending trend line from the highs of the 6th and the 9th that we have broken through, but we haven't gotten a clean back test yet. We could be seeing that here as we see these red candles are selling back below that 4-hour resistance slash support. It is still resistance technically till it's tested. We do have this untested descending high trend line at 15,772. Could see a bounce there. If we don't, likely we are going to look at that daily support. But that has a decent probability of bouncing. Let's see in our fib where that would line up with. Not quite the 0.5. But that's beautiful though. Check this out. We have a very deep retrace locally here. From our swing earlier today to 16 down to that 15,608 where we found support. 618 retrace. Oof. This could be uglier. This is on the 15-minute though, so don't lose your hats. The 618 retrace typically can be a strong one. We're gonna want to see support found above 15,753 at the 382. Spicy. Did not expect this. Just give me a minute, guys. I'm on to something. I'm on to something here. I just gotta find it. I see something in the chart. We have our 0.5 locally at 15,752. That's usually where we look for a target. The 0.5 retrace. Most common retrace. You see it almost always. But if we get a bounce off this trend line, that's what I'm looking for. Get a bounce off this trend line. Would be very bullish locally here. Into the close if we do. Doesn't line up with any fib though. Something tells me we don't have a piece of data. Let's use maybe just the candles. That might be more accurate. I'm on to something. On to something. We had a deep retrace. Now we have another deep retrace. I'm missing something. I just have that feeling, you know, you can just like, I don't know what it is, but there's something here I'm missing. Let me do a quick throw together. I'm gonna make these dotted so we know that they are actually closed targets, not actually in play. guys see it? I know that there's something here. Figure it out. It is technically just flagging. I don't know. I just got stuck. My brain has been all over the place today. It's been a long day. But so far, I mean, so far right here, this descending trend has held price. The bounce from there really sets us up to close this daily in that solid position. Really want to see the 4-hour close above 15,819. Luckily, we've already traded above it. We're very close to it. We may be seeing a bounce. Would be a solid bounce. This would be the retest of these descending highs. My OCD is getting to me. It's like, I have such a hard time. Like that feeling when you leave your house and you're like, I forgot something. And then you can't remember what you forgot. Oh well. Something cool here is if you were here yesterday. Yes, if you were here yesterday during our episode, you saw us define the range. We defined this range here, this white box with these green lines in the middle. And we said, essentially, we can use this into the coming day to make projections or make educated guesses at what that day will hold. And I said, whichever breaks first, to the upside or the downside, is likely going to be the direction of the day. And look at this. We did get a pretty solid fake out, right? Or was that the day before? No, that's right. We got a pretty solid fake out, touched it, bounced it, didn't break it though. And then as soon as we broke it, that gave us the signal. Yes, it retraced actually back to the daily support. But it gave us the signal. Broke our trading range to the upside first. Bounce support. And continued. Nice. I almost don't want to get rid of it. You know what we'll do? We'll make a copy. Today's the 11th. Thank you whoever pointed that out for me. I like to have a catalog of my TA. Because I don't want to go through and watch all my videos over again. Let's see. We're going to have a new trading range coming in about an hour. Let's try to define it. There we are. Into the next day. This value will remain the same. This will change to wherever we close. We're going to have to wait 15 minutes. Or 45 minutes for the daily close here. Does look like we're breaking that trend line a little bit. Let's see where our 0.5 was right here. Now we're gonna look for a bounce there. And we're gonna look for a bounce. And usually we just make this a whole range. I'll just make it a whole range. There we go. Any bounce in that area, perfectly fine. Perfectly fine. Ah, Mitch went on. Fair enough. This is Mitch's normal time, so. I like Mitch. Mitch's a cool guy. He knows his stuff. There's not many YouTubers who I will say I respect their TA. Ha 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 ha. It's a joke. But Mitch is one of them. I think Mitch is solid. He's legit. Nothing bad to say about him at all. That makes sense, though, why the viewership may have gone down a little bit. Dang, though, his viewership's really low today. Wonder why. He was having big YouTube problems earlier as well. We all were. Everybody was. Big old YouTube problems. But, yeah, good, he's back on. Alright, let me read the chat. Today's been such like a roller coaster day of emotions for me that I'm probably more ADD than usual. Nick. Sir Nicola. Did AAVE hit target? Let's find out. Oh. Slayed it. Slayed it. Congratulations, patrons. Round of applause for patrons. Round of applause for any patrons who took. At this point, we can just show the patron chart. If you're a patron, you would have gone short. Ta-da! Ooh, man, my stop wasn't good. Oops, that sucks. But the play was on. The play was on. Caught it. Shorting back to the 48. 54 target. Confirming our 69.25 as resistance again.
Crow, BTC Green Day, I repeat Green Day, I repeat bullish hammer, why the F not?
Green Day. Dude, we slaughtered it. Another call. We talked about this in the live episode yesterday, that AAV had not actually reached our target yet, but that it was very close, and that you can look to the indicators, because man, I can't give all of the good stuff away live for free. Gotta keep some stuff for the patrons, make it valuable. Look at the indicators. We're almost to our target. Look to the indicators for the trade where you should go. Boom. Boom. Savaged. Awesome play. That's some great TA. Rico S, my brother. Thank you for the 10 years. Crow BTC. Buddy, you didn't even have to tip me. You know I love looking at Crow BTC right now. I love looking just at Crow, period. It is a funky chart. That's a funky chart, man. We have been watching this forever. Not forever. But we've been watching this since, I would say, 1100 sats. We did not get our bounce at 800. We did not get our bounce at 600. Dude. I am not someone who ever uses the word dead when it comes to crypto. I don't believe that that's a word we should use. Because it's not accurate. Crypto's really never died. It's like one of their intrinsic values. But wow, dude. Wow. 331 sats on Crow BTC. We're currently at 450. 450. Oh my god. Guys, some of you probably have no idea why I'm even laughing this way. There is only 120 sats, or 26.35% to go on Crow BTC. If Crow BTC makes a low lower than 331 sats, I might bring out the dead word. It won't. I don't think it will. It is very unlikely. Despite it looking so close and despite having it come so far, still don't think it will. It's very uncommon for coins to do that. But if it can, if it closes a weekly, the friggin' daily RSI reached as low as 2.2. It's actually technically bullish divergence if it bounces at all. Ever. Wow, dude. This is a freaking chart. Screw the volume. Who cares? What is this? You guys feel bad about your bags? You have an alt where you're like, man, I really wish I didn't buy Link at 20 or I don't know, something. Just be thankful you're not all in on Crow from, I don't know, June to September. Holy. This chart is totally abnormal. This is totally abnormal. We do not see this. Let me get the bigger screen. Let me pop on the camera here on the big. This is not normal. This is very strange. This has blown through all the fib retraces. There's only one retrace left, and that retrace is 1. 1, meaning a full retrace. This just doesn't... When do you see this? You see this maybe over a 2-3 year period. From a peak of a bull run to the bottom of a bear market. But dude, this has lost 72% in BTC pair in just 60 days. More than that. It's even more than that. It's more than 72. What is it? From its swing high. You know what? Now we won't take the swing high. Let's take this point. Because that wick is a little scammy. I don't really trust it. Is 72% in 60 days. What is this? What is happening? What is possibly happening? Full transparency. I did pick up some Crow. I did. Because I like the card. Dude, this card, do I even have it here? This card is freaking fresh. Made of metal. It's like you hand it to somebody, you drop it on a counter, makes a noise, makes you feel like a boss. That's the only reason I got it. So transparency, I did pick up some Crow. Luckily, where did I get it at? I think I ended up buying. I bought it actually in BTC pair, or not BTC pair. I bought it with USD, right here. So I'm down on my position. I don't really care. I bought it literally just for the card. It's locked away for a few months anyway. What have I lost so far? 12% of my USD value on it. We had a solid hit to support and it bounced. I don't really care. But holy crap, guys. Here's the problem. Here's the fundamental problem with this. So, if it does break 331 sats, here's the fundamental problem. Is right now above 331 sats, you have the craziest bullish divergence I think I've ever seen on a chart. Ever. This RSI low, man, when do you see on a daily RSI at 2? Honestly, when do you even see weekly RSI at 24? Like, these are extremely low numbers. Here's the problem. If you break 331 sats as a low on Crow BTC, you no longer have bullish divergence on your lows. You simply have lower lows with really low RSI and MACD. You no longer have divergence. If you bounce anywhere above it, you have ridiculous bullish divergence, and you're likely to see a nice rally, a very nice rally. 1100, likely an easy target if you bounce. If you don't break 331 sats, you have like what? Let's say it stops at 350, right? You have a 200% play there. Easy. Like that likely, you might even see higher. But if you break that 331, you no longer have divergence. You have nothing. You have no divergence. You just have a coin that's like melting, just melting away. It's ridiculous. If it breaks 331, like the next at all target is 13 sats. 13. It traded as high as 3,300. If it trades all the way down to 13 sats, that will be a 99.2% retrace. I don't know. I'm a buyer at 13 sats, I'll tell you what. But to be honest, I would not touch this. This is the knife of the year. I've never seen a chart like this. This is on the weekly. You go to the daily, there's 2 green candles. Arguably 3. There's 2 green candles in the last 60 days. This is brutal. This is one of my favorite charts to look at. It's just so ridiculous. So ridiculous. Oh my god. Oh my goodness. It actually makes me laugh. Like, it's genuinely funny to me. What do you even do? It's funny, like, because the USD is okay. USD is like, it's all right. It's unlikely to go down below 2 cents, in my opinion. It's just like way too oversold. But like, I don't know, guys. I don't freaking know. What is that gibberish? What even is that? Here's the bottom line. This is something that people, especially when they're new to crypto, and even those who aren't new to crypto, this is just something in general people have a struggle with. You need to know about the coin you're investing in, okay? You need to know. And there's something you need to know about it. Most people spend all their time with, I have to know the use case of it. It has the best use case in the world. It's Google backed it. Like whatever gibberish that people have that they think is super important. Sorry guys if that applies to you. But there's something way more important, and this is the reason that I'm always talking about Bitcoin, about Litecoin, about Digibyte, about Vertcoin. I don't really talk about as much anymore. What else can I name? It's hard. There's not many of them off the top of my head. Not that many of them. XMR. What else is? Either way, the important thing that so many people miss is you need to know the distribution of your coin. Okay? This is my gripe with XRP. Likely that is what we're seeing in MCO or CRO. Distribution. Who owns the coins and how did they get them? You want to, no matter how great the use case is, no matter what, if a central body has created the supply from day one, you can see things like this on Crow. You can see it in XRP. You want it, this is my opinion. This is what makes coins attractive to me. Is when coins spawn, or when they originate, or whatever you want to call it, when they're created, the way that those coins are distributed is, in my opinion, the single most important thing in crypto when I'm investing in something. How are they distributed? Bitcoin's origin, proof of work. That's why I like proof of work. proof of work inherently has a good origin. And what that means is that investors organically invested as price moved, and distribution was fair. Fair meaning it was available for anyone. Anyone could have invested in mined and put money into this. But when you have, and this is really true of a lot of proof of stake coins, this might make some people upset. It doesn't mean that coins that don't have this can't have a future. That's not what I'm saying. But you need to be aware of how the distribution is done. It's why I'm not super sold on ETH in the same way lots of people are. I don't not like ETH. It's my third biggest holding. I think it has a bright future. But it's the reason I'm so weird about different coins. Is where is the supply and how did they get it? I say it over and over again. Any coin that doesn't have a cost, like for instance, the best example I can think of, Uni. We charted Uni the first day it started trading. We set targets. Our first target was $8.50. And I said in that episode, guys, if I was in this, because I didn't have any Uni, but if I was in this, I would take profit at $8.50. And then I would take profit again if we hit any of these other targets. And then I'm not going to rebuy. I'm just going to roll with it. If price goes up, that's cool. I haven't sold all of it. But I'm going to take that profit out immediately because there was no investment. Distribution was just, if you use Uni, you get these coins. No one paid for them. So nobody has a cost associated with these coins. And that's why I like proof of work, is when they're mined, there is a cost. They're investing. They're disincentivized to sell lower than what their cost was. And that synergy, that environment, that relationship, in my opinion, is a driving factor of how a coin does. I actually don't know about Crow, but looking at this chart, I can guess that this was not a coin that has an origin that was decentralized. This looks like a coin that when it was made was controlled by probably just one entity, maybe a few, who controlled a large percent of the supply from the bat. And this is what you can see. It's because they haven't spread the demand out. They don't have a cost for that coin, so they can sell it at any price and they're still in profit. It is important to the intrinsic value of a coin that investment is made to obtain it or to create the new coins. There needs to be an investment, and that is why Bitcoin, in my opinion, one of the reasons is so great, is not only does it have the intrinsic value of its network security, but it also has another value, and that value is the investment of the hardware that's involved in mining. And what's really cool is that hardware value is certainly correlated to the network, but is really open. It has different influencing factors than the network value. So it has like two places that it pulls value that aren't really dependent on each other, but both of which are adding value into the space and are making people who obtain new coins invest in it directly, add value directly. When they do that, they cannot sell at a loss. Yes, they can, but they're disincentivized. That's why I'm not a huge fan of proof of stake. I own some proof of stake coins. I like staking. It's fun. It's cool. But it doesn't have a cost. Whenever I get new coins from my proof of stake coins, I can just sell them at any price. It doesn't matter because it didn't cost me anything. Be wary and be selective, or at least be aware when you look into coins of this idea. Mariah Long, welcome fams. Good to have you. Thanks for subscribing. I'm ranting right now. I'm just kind of waiting for Bitcoin to do something. It is very important that coins that are created in whatever coin you're looking at, new coins, or from the very beginning, they need to have a cost and they need to be organically and in a decentralized manner widespread or distributed out. If they're not, they have... You can see what happened to Crow. And actually, I don't know if that's an example. I'm just guessing it is by the chart. You can see XRP. XRP was 100% pre-mined. There is no mining. One body controls all of it, and they've said they're only going to do this or that. You have to trust them. It doesn't mean you can't make gains. It doesn't mean those coins don't have a bright future. It doesn't mean they won't go up. But it should be weighed in everyone's decision on new coins. When they're researching them, you want to know their origin story. Where did the first coin come from? How was it obtained? What investment was made by the person who obtained it? And that's the same thing applies to every coin that was made after the first one. You should be aware of it. That's why I'm a little weird about ETH 2.0. I don't really think that it's good for value of a coin to create inflation or create supply without having to add in value that is equal. Don't think that means, you know, Ethereum's doomed. I think Ethereum's great. I own a lot of it, but I'm not sold, man. It's money has to come from somewhere. Value has to come from somewhere. And when no one's putting that value in and someone's taking value out, it just can't work long term. You have to have value being put in. Sorry about that. I'm done rambling about that. But it's a topic I'm passionate about, and it's the reasoning behind a lot of the coin selections that I make. Is I want coins that have an organic origin story that come from a decentralized manner of creation. It's just very important to me. So I'm done rambling. Now we're just waiting for the day to close. Been a long day. What's up, Lady Plants? Good to see you back. True 27. I'm not really sure why you were timed out. Maybe it was an accident, or maybe you said some other trolly stuff. Ah, you're just saying the same comment over and over again. That's cool. Sorry, guys, I wasn't reading the chat. I was ranting. When I'm ranting, I'm not reading the chat. But True 24, if you're still here, I like Dogecoin. The fact that it is a joke doesn't mean anything. It's still blockchain. It's still the same technology as Bitcoin. It's an old coin. And thank you for throwing me that softball. But Dogecoin is one I should have listed off. Dogecoin has those factors that I literally was just rambling about for like 20 minutes. It is mined to create new coins. People must make new investment. It is decentralized because anyone can mine it. Anyone can obtain those coins. And it's not pre-mined as far as I'm aware. 99.9. No, it wasn't pre-mined. If I'm wrong, someone correct me, but 99.9% sure there's no pre-mine. There was no coins created at no cost. Dogecoin fits that. I have a decent position in Dogecoin. Let me see what percent. I'm not even sure what percent it's at now, because I know it's really just been sideways for some time. At one point, Doge was like in my top 10, but it has faded now. 1, 2, 3. Oops. Dogecoin's number 13 is the 13th largest position in crypto I have. And if Dogecoin didn't fit those factors I just described, it certainly wouldn't be. Certainly wouldn't be. If it was pre-mined, whatever, no proof of work, I wouldn't have it as my 13th. So I don't know. I think that the joke is honestly on everyone else. It's like people say Dogecoin's a joke. In what way does that actually? It doesn't function any differently from any other coin. If anything, by saying Dogecoin's a joke, you're saying Dogecoin has name recognition. People know what it is. there's people that like it. It's a joke. People like it, and there's a community behind it. Those are all positive factors. I'm not saying everyone should own a bunch of Dogecoin or anything, but there's nothing wrong with it. There's one thing that I'm not hugely a fan of, but isn't a deal breaker, is this used to be not true, but now it is true. I think that this was a fork a long time ago. Dogecoin does not have a supply cap. Like Bitcoin, 21 million, that's all there'll ever be. Dogecoin doesn't have a cap. However, I'm no expert on Doge when it comes to chain history. But I do believe they also have halving events, and they have emission events where inflation or supply is reduced in the sense of less coins are being produced per day or whatever. So I'm pretty sure they like have a halving in the same way, but there's no cap. It doesn't ever go to zero. Like Bitcoin will go to zero. That's set in the code that new blocks will at some point, like 2140, will no longer have a Coinbase reward. But other than that, I like everything about it. That's a whole nother topic I could rant about for hours. Talk about it for hours. Like, what's going on in the chat? Yeah, no problem, True24. Dude, people are welcome to ask me about, like, anything. They might not like my answers, but, like, dude, this is my passion. This is what I love talking about, so feel free, ask away. I might not see your comment, but if I do, I'll answer it. Guys, I think, like, people, and I've been saying this for years, you can ask anyone who's been around, I've always held that same position on Doge. I think Doge is a good investment over many other coins, is my opinion. Because it doesn't have a centralized supply distribution. It has an organic origin. It's proof of work. It has a very long, old blockchain. These are all positives. And then on top of that, bam, you have a huge community, a disproportionately huge community of people who are interested in it, who talk about it, who meme it, who pay attention to it. Those are all really important things. Community is massively important to crypto. You can have the best coin in the world, all the best technology, all the best everything. But if there's no community behind it, it's at a huge handicap, massive handicap. In fact, I would say that community might be, in my opinion, it might be like second to what I was just talking about origin, about distribution, decentralization. That might be second as community. Community is ridiculously important. It's because people believe in it. Crypto is speculation. It is. I mean, all investments are speculation. It's not really a bad thing. It's speculation, but valuation in speculation is based on belief. Community means people believe in it. That increases its theoretical speculation value. Very important. Love XMR. XMR also fits the category I was talking about. Proof of work, decentralized. Its distribution wasn't pre-mined, it wasn't ICO'd. There's no body of people who have a huge percent of control over the coin without competing for those coins with everyone else. Yeah, that's a good way of putting it. Yeah, love XMR. XMR. Did I include? Yeah, I did include XMR in that list that I said earlier. But XMR right now, Bitcoin number 1 in my portfolio allocation. Then Litecoin's number 2. Then Ethereum. Then XMR is currently number 4. So yeah, I'm a big XMR fan. I think it's synergistic with Bitcoin. I think that Bitcoin isn't a one size fits all baseball cap. I think that it is the daddy, the papa. It has all these little children. All these little children go out and do its work. And then they come home and they bring home their wages. And Bitcoin says, "Give me your money, give me your money, little boy," and then I don't know, pays it allowance, whatever. I'm getting lost in my analogy. I think that the space is synergistic with other coins. I'm as close to a Bitcoin maxi. I hate when people use that word because it implies so much. But I'm as close to a Bitcoin maxi as you can be. Bitcoin is the coin that I believe in. I don't really believe in all these other coins. I believe in the space. I believe in crypto and its future and blockchain and technology. But I just want Bitcoin. I don't want these other coins. I own them only because I believe that they have room to appreciate in value versus Bitcoin, which results in me having more Bitcoin. I hate maxis. Like, I hate that they're almost like triggered by other coins. I don't like that. They're like, "Oh, get rid of them. They're terrible. You're stupid." Dude, crypto's is going to be a huge space. It is a big space, but it's going to be even bigger. There's going to be all kinds of people, all kinds of ideas. Don't shut them out. Welcome them in. Welcome them in. Welcome in their money. Welcome in their investment. Welcome in their belief, and welcome in their ideas and their, what they can add to the space. They can add different, I don't know, whatever, like Ethereum, smart contracts. It's all synergistic. It all works together. We're all on team crypto. Like, that's what I don't get about maxis. And that's why I hate that word. They're just toxic. I just don't think they're good for the space. Like, I am a maxi. I'm a Bitcoin maximalist. But I don't hold any of those opinions that are like typically associated with it. I think they're toxic. I think they're good. Yeah, maxi is a Bitcoin maximalist. It's just a slang word. And I am one. But I just don't hold those, like, kind of gatekeepy, I guess gatekeep, like to gatekeep. I don't hold those opinions. I think that they're counterproductive. I think it's like, I don't know, it's kind of just like better than you kind of thing. And it's like, dude, it's everything that's against crypto. I don't know why. I don't know how they got on that train. I will say that over the years, there has been some hecka annoying shills for different altcoins. And that's annoying, but like, it's not enough for me to like get angry at people and like, I don't know. Bring it on. Bring it. This is what crypto does. This is what Bitcoin does. Bitcoin, I said this the other day. Actually, maybe it was in the chat. Bitcoin is like the rock that sticks out above the surface of the ocean. And the ocean keeps waving and waving and waving and in and out for thousands of years. And it takes little pieces of that rock, but that rock, whatever's left, that's what Bitcoin is. It does its own thing, and the whole world around it is the ocean, and it's trying to erode it, but it just sticks out. It's just standing out above. And so all of the weakness is shed away, and it's just left with the strength. That's what makes it great. Is that it can't be eroded all the way. It can't be stopped. It succeeds by existing. So bring on these other coins, bring on the altcoins, bring on new ideas, bring on new people. And we're just going to see Bitcoin sit in the ocean and keep peeking out, like it only makes it stronger. I hold a lot of strange opinions in crypto. Strange. It's funny. Not many other people hold them. But over time, they seem more accurate. Seem like they just get accurate. So maybe it's because I genuinely love the space. Like, I genuinely love crypto. Like, my life's work, my life's goal is to just see it succeed. Help it succeed in any way I can. That's why I'm here. Am I in it for Moon and Lambo? Sure. I mean, give me a Moon and Lambo. I don't care. Like, well, I'll say I don't care. I want them. That's not why I'm here. Emmett Wilson, what's the first 3 checklists on sailing the crypto sea? Wait, stupid chat just refreshed and I lost it. Dang it, I like that. I lost it. My chat refreshed and I lost everything. I liked the comment though, whatever you said. Bitcoin masochist. Well, buddy, if you want to survive, you want to make it through the crypto sea voyage, man, yeah, you gotta be willing to take some pain, that's for sure. Emmett Wilson, blockchain for voting, buddy. How to Americo. Thanks for following, brother. Welcome. Good to have you. Make sure you're in Discord. Get in there. Blockchain for voting. I'm glad someone brought this up. So my history, my past. I went to school, got my bachelor's degree in political science. Poli-sci. All through high school, my teachers told me, just get a degree and you'll get a great job. Doesn't matter what it is, or just follow what you're interested in. And I said, I'm interested in politics. Really interested in governance. Interested in how nations, how big groups of people function and keep order. And that is what brought me to the space first. That was the first thing that caught me. Is my brain instantly went to exactly that, Emmett. Not just voting, but governance. My brain said, holy crap. This can solve so many issues in government that it's insane. It's insane how many issues it can solve. It does not solve every problem in the world. There's many problems blockchain's terrible at. That's okay. But government, I think, has the greatest potential to see it just insane benefit. And you know what? Not likely to benefit the current regimes of governments around the world. But that's not what it's about. It's about benefiting humanity as a whole into the future, as new governments, as new forms of governments evolve and grow, and blockchains included. The possibilities there are tremendous. They're tremendous. You can create a ledger that is completely public, that everyone can see. It's completely public. It's impossible to be hacked. This essentially is impossible to hack it. You can't take it down. No one can just delete it. Voting is just the obvious. That's the first go-to when it comes to that. But that's just the icing. That's just the tip of the iceberg. There's so much more. Humans have never had technology that existed that can do this in this way. That's what drew me to the space. That's why I'm here. And then, of course, along the road, found a lot of other stuff I like about it and I'm interested in. But like that was day one for me. That was day one. It's so weird. It's just so odd to me how, like, we don't care. We don't care if, like, people come in here and talk about coins. Like I was just railing on about. I think that there's a space for almost everything. It's just weird when groups of people all join at the same time, all shilling the same coin. That's when it's suspicious to me. That's when it's, like, not okay. And it happens a lot. It's not just Hex, though. It certainly isn't just Hex. I've seen it. You can see it with almost any coin. Typically, though, they are centralized coins that don't have the origin story we were talking about. So Rico Suave, though I defend your right to talk about Hex, I've even charted Hex here before. I will say that you're incorrect on this. A coin being a penny, or a coin being 13,000. There is no difference. There is no difference between how easy it is to gain. It literally doesn't matter. For a coin to go from 1 cent to 2 cent, or a coin to go from 13,000 to 26,000, they both require the market cap to double. That's it. One or the other doesn't intrinsically isn't easier or harder. They both just have to double their market cap. That's the only thing I'm going to point out for you. That is the inaccuracy. Other than that, man, like, you're welcome to be here. And you're welcome to love Hex, but, like, you're not really welcome to just come in and spam about Hex the whole episode. Same way no one's people aren't welcome to come in and spam about, I don't know, anything the whole episode. Not just you. Cam, only go to college if you plan to use the degree. Dude, I couldn't agree with you more. Couldn't agree with you more to everyone out there who has not gone to college yet or is too young or whatever. Totally agree with you, Cam. Totally agree. But back in my day, that wasn't what people told you. Our generation got screwed by that, man. Screwed. We were not old enough to vote, but we were old enough to sign up for tens of thousands of dollars in student loans and old enough to get gaslit by our parents, our teachers, our school, our culture, our society, everything into the mindset of all you have to do is go to college and get a good job. And if you don't go to college, you're going to be a failure. That was what happened to our generation. 100%. We got scammed. But I agree with you, brother. For everyone else, do not get a degree unless you know exactly what you want to do with it. Honestly. And what you should also consider is, do I need a degree to do this? Because a lot of the time the answer is no. You don't. But I totally agree, bro. We got boned. Thank God. Thank God crypto in my life, dude. Crypto is the only reason I am debt-free. It's amazing. But almost everyone that I know that's near my age has a lot of debt from school. Yep, Shari Mash. The wonderful Shari Mash. I have no idea if I say her name right, I just enjoy saying it. But yeah, I mean, my best friend has a master's degree. Master's degree, because it even goes deeper than them just telling you have to go to college. Like, almost doesn't even matter what you go to college for, you just have to go. It even goes deeper. They would tell you, I remember this, my friend in high school or whatever, it might have been middle school, they're talking to the guidance counselor and they're like, I want to go to college for sociology. And the guidance counselor was like, oh, that's a great idea. Oh, every business involves some kind of sociology, blah, 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 blah. But you know what you should do? You should really go and you should get your master's. Because then you get your master's and you get a much better job, blah, 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 blah. They didn't just encourage us to go to college. They encouraged us to go to double or triple down on it. And not only burn working years of time for income, but then also burn so much more money into getting these higher degrees that there's literally no jobs for. What are you going to do? And nothing against sociology. It's a great study. It's just not a study that's super valued in the capitalistic economy, I guess. I don't know. But moral of the story, that person has $200,000 in student debt and certainly doesn't work in sociology. I don't know what they do anymore in a long time. But my best friend has his master's in English and he works in marketing. And he pays $1,000 a month for his degree that he got 10 years ago. He's going to be paying $1,000 a month for 30 more years. Something like that. Literally nothing he has ever done, he's ever needed that degree for. Literally nothing I've ever done, I've needed my degree for. There's actually one job where I operated pipelines on computers. And I didn't need my degree specifically. I just needed a degree. And that was it. So one time it checked one box. That was it. It's just so ridiculous. What grinds my gears though is that people blame, like, especially older generations, and I can understand they weren't there, they didn't experience this, they didn't go through this firsthand. But it really does grind my gears when people blame our generation for it. It's like we were kids and we were given terrible information. Terrible information. Like, it's not our fault. We were told we'd be losers and we wouldn't have jobs if we didn't go to college. And we were too young to do anything, so of course we listened. Like, we didn't even know the risk we were taking on. We didn't know the long-term consequences of that. It just makes me mad when people blame the generation for it. It's like we were too young to make a decision. But you let us borrow a ton of money. Here's the funny thing. We were old enough to take out tens of thousands of dollars, maybe hundreds of thousands of dollars in loans to go to school, but we weren't old enough to take out tens of thousands of dollars or hundreds of thousands of dollars to start a business. Riddle yourself that for a while. Next time, like I said, I'm not blaming people because they didn't experience this like we did. But next time you have a thought like that, or next time someone else says that to you, propose that. Propose that idea. See what they have to say. I'm just curious. Because you couldn't. No one's going to give you money to start a business, but they'll let you sink yourself in debts that you can't even declare bankruptcy from. The only way to get out of student debt is to move to a country that doesn't have extradition and hide out in that country and be a fugitive. It's just, but like a business, you can just declare bankruptcy, done. It's ridiculous. I think education is amazing, and I think it's super important, but the system we've had has been crap. Especially so for my generation of millennials. Yeah, true that. Emmett, that's probably a better way to put it. Generational bashing in general is terrible. And of course we love saying boomers. But guys, we have more than a few people here that fit, any generation. We have some people that are under 18, but I'll say they are not, or just 18. And then we have some people that are 60s, 70s. And they're in crypto and they're in this space, and nothing is generational. Nothing is all people from this generation are this way. It's just simply not like that. There are open-minded and closed-minded people of every age, period. So I agree. Bashing generations is just silly. Miguel G. Totally agree, buddy. You're not trying to argue, neither am I. I agree. That is so Miguel says, unless you have thousands of distributed servers running a proof of work algorithm, I don't see how a public blockchain is secure. Agree. That's why Bitcoin is so valuable and so important. It's the most secure network that exists. Number one in the world. There's no server more secure than Bitcoin. Period. Here we are, 1 minute till close. We're not getting the 4-hour close that we wanted, but that's not the end of the world. Simply because, heck, we have a lot more 4 hours to go. What we're really looking for here in the next 23 seconds is the daily close. The daily close, because we don't get another one of those till tomorrow. Daily close we're looking for is 15,608, looking extremely likely with only 10 seconds to go to close a new daily high, multi-year daily high, and to close above previous daily resistance at 15,608. Into this new daily, what can we expect? This is what I was waiting for while I was burning time. What can we expect? We can expect a back test of 15,608. That's probable. Certainly in the realm. Come back. We closed above resistance. Typically, when you close above resistance, you look to back test it as support.
Oh my god, the sky is falling. Help me, I am scared. Hold me.
Josh, what are you scared of? I didn't even see who did it. I just knew it was Josh. Josh, what are you scared of? Stop being scared. Knock it off. Knock it off. Alright, let's see. Okay, this is my November 11th. So let's see our trading range for today. Obviously 16,000 at the high. Where did our candle close today? Closed right here at 15,705, $100 above where we were looking for. Pretty good. Pretty good. So there's our support. Wait. It's got a little confused. Okay, yeah. There is our potential support for this daily candle. And still looks like the 4 hour here. Maybe that line was off. Use now. 4 hour resistance at 15.8. So this was all wick. Down to here. 15.3. Sorry guys, I'm doing a bunch of crap in my head right now. 6. Okay. This is a pretty decent trading range here. We're looking for daily support at 15,606 today, which is likely to be back tested, likely, in this daily, now that we're in a new daily. And we have a resistance at 16,000 set by yesterday's candle. This is local, this is just the trading range for today. Ooh, Link BTC falling back into channel. Wonder if Bitcoin's going to do a little dropping right now. Interesting, I'm getting a bunch of alerts on alts. Let's open up Link, let's open up BTCD. Yep, Link falling back into this bearish, this channel, which is bearish if it remains underneath it. However, already printing 4 hour bullish divergence, likely to pop back above it. Not too worried about Link here at this moment. What I want to see is Bitcoin dominance. This is what's going to be important. Bitcoin dominance flatlining. And be painting some divergence on the lows. Bullish divergence on the lows. For BTCD, I'm not seeing weakness quite yet with this, which is interesting. Not what I expected to find, to be honest. Not what I was expecting to see. Okay, maybe that sell-off, maybe it was just Link being weird. 705. I can't remember what I put this for. Yeah, actually, we might have a minor support here as well for this daily. Put that in white. That's 15666. The devil's support. Oh, that was okay. Yeah, 15705. Man, I'm getting tired. It was a long day. This was the close of the daily, so this is going to be in our trading range as well. Let's see. Spicy. Might already have the deepest retrace here locally. I already have the 786. Okay. Wow. 15608. Vital price for today. Absolutely. I'm gonna set an alert. I already have an alert. Excellent. A break of 15608. Let's see. We'll see a break of 15608. We'll see a lower low locally on the daily today if we get it. However, we do have some decently supporting values around. Basically, we want this to be the swing low. We want this to be the swing low of today. If we don't, we're likely to see at least at best consolidation, at worst down to 15,418 to test this bottom trend. Loss of that is what we really don't want to see. No, I don't think we will. I think the odds are, I think the probability here is 15,608 holds as support for today. There we go. So here's our trading range. I'll make this a little darker. This is going to be the major range, or if we see a break, we can start looking. We see a break to the upside or downside of that less opaque white box, we can look for a move into the extended range here. Yes. Alright, perfect. You know what? Look at this. Fortunately, we didn't get the 0.5 or 618 retrace that we were looking for earlier. It happens. And this will be our bearish box. So here we go. In the white zone, consolidation. In the green, likely to see continuation to the upside. And in the red, likely to see bearish action, at least in the short term after. If we make it down to this dark red or bright red box, then we're going to be looking for a total retrace. Likely down to 15,342. There we are. There we are. Oof, what a long day. Been an emotional day. You guys made it better. Thank you. Getting alerts. Alerts. Where are the alerts for? Nothing special. Alright, so pipe's a little low. We're gonna stay on for just a little bit more. I wanna see if we break this 15608. I have a feeling it's gonna find support there. It's a pretty critical level. We're gonna wait for a little bit here. See if we get a bounce. Ooh, there we go. We see volume shot up as soon as we hit that zone. Alright, it looks like 15481 could be on deck. Volume shot up. I don't know if anyone saw that. As soon as 15608 was penetrated, pierced, volume almost doubled. I wouldn't say doubled, but it shot up. Made a 40% gain on this candle. This is the 15 minute. Let's see. We did drop into that zone. However, gonna really want to close on the hourly below it. 4 hour for real confirmation. But this is suggesting 1541 could be in our future here. I thought that would get spicier. If this 15 minute moves back up and closes above it, it'd be super trolled. Super trolled. Let's see. Ooh. I did that, dude. Alright. Cool. Oh, a little spicy action. I'll take it. Okay, getting hecka spicy. Nice. Take this to the bigger, more visually confusing screen. I like this background. Bam. Alright, getting spicy. Sweet. Okay, well, here we go. Thought it was going to be boring. Not too boring. Heading for our 15481. Will we hold? Will we hold? Volume exploding here into the end of the 15-minute candle. We do see price has stopped and wicked, but we do not know if that's a bounce yet. Ooh, moving below 15480. Ooh, very nice. Volume. Incredible volume. Incredible volume. Highest volume since in a few days in a 15-minute candle. Opening up a daily like this is unusual. Could have a spicy day ahead. Man, that's nutty. That is nutty. Momentum. Momentum not slowing down yet on the 5. 48 seconds to go. Man, I was about to call this too early. .27 seconds. Would like to see it close above 15,608. That would be ideal. But I mean, I'll take 15,481. Come on, get up there. Move it up. Move it up. 14 seconds to go. Just buy it up. 15,608. Go, go. Go, go. Oh, you can't even see my hand. Get up. Get up. 4, 3. Ooh. Ugly. Ugly. Did close above 15,481, so it's not totally into this box yet. This is such a beautiful trend. It's terrible to see it go. We'll want to see this hourly close above 15,481. Absolutely. That will be critical. Critical to how the rest of this day goes. All right. Yeah, let's keep this to blockchain and crypto, guys. Please no none of what we were just talking about, please.
Hype for Crown Town and Happy Veterans Day, Purple Heart.
Oh, Amy. Amy. Hi, Amy and John. How you guys doing? Happy Veterans Day indeed. Glad to see you watching. I was about to be done, and then all of a sudden we got this candle, and now it's like, well, I guess I gotta not be done. Although we might be out of search now, right? Fingers crossed, maybe we are. Fingers crossed, like, stop stream. My internet is... Something is weird with my internet. Ooh. What is happening? I think... Okay, now we're good, alright. It was like YouTube crashed there for a second or something. It's so weird, YouTube will not refresh. Alright, there we go. At least we're still on. Yeah, I think YouTube is down. I'm pretty sure YouTube is down. What is happening? Are you guys disconnected? I'm so confused. I'm pretty sure it's down. Trebiddy, what's up, brother? Mr. Checkmark, Trebiddy. How you doing? What is it? Yeah, like, we're here, but dude, YouTube, I've never seen YouTube act this way. What is happening? What is... It's so weird. It won't refresh. I can't, like, go to my... Wow, this is weird, guys. I can't go... Don't navigate away from this page. If you navigate away from this page, I don't think you'll be able to come back. Yeah, if you refresh or you leave this page, you won't get back. Literally no other... I can't get anything else to load on YouTube. Wow. That's weird. Could be local. I mean, it could be local, but like... This is odd, man. Like, I can't reload my subscriptions page, which is very unusual. Okay, my analytics page works. It's weird. I've never seen this. Maybe... No, I don't think my analytics page is working. Yeah, today's been a very odd day for YouTube. Do not go away from this page. If you do, here, I'll show you. I'll just show you guys. I don't even know why I'm not showing you. Check this out. Here's what happens if you try to reload. Now watch. And this isn't just me. I'm seeing reports everywhere. And then look, See? It works on the page. It has the browser tab I have open, it works. But then if I try to open a new browser and do it, nothing. I'm shadow banned from my own content. Dun dun dun. Yeah. This is weird, man. I've never seen that. I've literally never seen this happen. They must be having a crazy outage. Like, massive outage. What guy doesn't move, DJ? DJ Sky Blaster. Mr. Blast. The Blast Master. Let me see, I can enable DVR. There we go. Well, DVR I just enabled, but I wouldn't recommend trying it. Huh, that's weird. I've never seen this happen. It makes sense though, because YouTube was having crazy problems. I don't know what to do. Video's back now. Well, if the video's not working, guys, great time to take a look at the Patreon. We've had about 120 sign-ups for Patreon since we started only a few months ago. 230 exclusive posts on there. Daily updates on markets, on market data, everything. Everything I can think of. Trade setups, TA. Exclusive videos, warm-ups, one-on-one sessions. It's the best. It's the best thing. I want to show you guys, but like, I don't know if anyone can even see this. Hundreds of posts. Like yesterday's post was amazing. We have trade setups. These are daily posts. Since the 9th, let's see. 9th, 10th, 10th, 10th. I haven't posted anything today yet. Check it out. One-on-ones, patron night, TA warm-ups. It's everything. If you're looking to become a better trader, I'd love to help you do it. There's a time for shill when YouTube's not working. Yeah. Yeah, it's just YouTube server probably. Yeah, even mine's frozen now. Although my YouTube creator, oh, this is working. Hopefully that means we get some moon, right? I think by the fundamental laws of YouTube in crypto, if YouTube's not working, that means moon. That's a typical. It's typical. So fingers crossed here. Maybe we get a bullish engulfing candle here in the next 4 minutes. See some moonage. That would be ridiculous. That'd be absolutely ridiculous if we get like the first exciting bullish engulfing candle while YouTube's down. Wow, I just refreshed and I got video unavailable. Whoa. Whoa, why does it say video unavailable? I refreshed on a new tab. Do not refresh, stay here. Just refreshed on a new tab and I got video unavailable. What? Yep. When the interwebs is down, it's time for Bitcoin to shine. To shine brighter than ever before. Wow, I don't know what's happening. Sorry, guys. I don't even know what to say. I'm so confused by this. I've never seen this happen. If you're in, I think it's if you're in the US, maybe. It's probably regional. I forgot who said that first, but they're likely correct. Check this out. Check this out. Look at that. The video we're watching right now. We're watching it right now. Video unavailable. That's so strange. That's when I go to the Tom Crown, youtube.com/TomCrownLive. But then when I click directly, wow, their routing must be down. Yeah, whatever you do, if you guys want to be here, do not refresh. Although, you know what? I just opened up a new tab and now it worked. I'm lost. I don't know. We're losing viewers because literally anytime anyone gets bumped, they can't rejoin. But apparently we're still in search. Father Braids. What's up, Father Braids? My brother. Yeah, do not refresh. I repeat, do not refresh. If you refresh, you will not make it back into the video. You know, in my life, here's the things that eat up my time. Oh yeah, I'm looking at the analytics. You guys want to see this too? Look at this. This is the last 60 minutes. If you can see the screen, I don't know if you can. So you see you get like 10 to 15 views per minute. And then as of 7:06, you can see 1,0,0,0,1,0,0,1,0,0,1,1. It does look like it's returning a little bit because we have like a 6 and a 3 here, but you can see it visually right there that it just like nobody was any longer, at least for a few minutes, no one was able to actually open the stream. And then it looks like maybe it's happening again because now we have 0s and 1s again. That's weird. Oh yeah, the same thing's happening to everybody. This isn't just us. It's like, this is like platform wide. Click on down detector. Let's do it. Let's do it together for anyone who can actually still see the stream. This is almost certainly why we had issues earlier today. Oh. Baseline 21, 21, 21, 21, 21. Boom! Reports. 231,000 reports. Up from, okay, at 6:43 p.m., 30 reports, which is a baseline. They always get some reports. 6:43. 7:13. 231,000. Most reported problems watching videos. Website seems okay. Maybe somebody's uploading on video. I don't know. Whew. Where's the heat map? I have a problem with YouTube. Watching videos. Does this have like a heat map? Do we get a heat map? Make sure this live heat maps don't dox me. Okay, good. Didn't dox me. Yeah, it's looking pretty global. Looks like it's all over the US, especially the Northeast. Looks like Europe has some hot spots. South America. Nothing from China. Never is. New Zealand. Indonesia. A little bit of Africa. That is ridiculous. That is a huge down. That's huge downage. Can anyone actually see the stream? Or can anyone actually hear me? You know what? I don't even have to like ask, because if you can't, then you can't hear me say this. I don't know. Is anybody is it just there's no stream at all for anyone, or because I think for me it's working. Yeah, for me it is. I don't know. Oh, sweet. So we do. All right, we got some people. Again, remind you guys, do not refresh. If you refresh or navigate away, you will not be able to get back. That is how it seems. Good. Good, Alex. Bro tip, what's up, brah? DJ Skyblaster, Belgium checking in. R. Martin, my brother. Canada checking in. Mahanayak. Stream's working. Wylong Kane. Down in the States. Derek Von Meer. Sees it. Nicholas Wineke, our brother. And reload other. You can't reload other videos, yeah. Laggy. Yeah, YouTube just like hard crashed, apparently. Weird. Weird that my stream's still working. It's like a blessing. A little blessing. A little miracle. A miracle in disguise. A miracle. Ah, Riley. Oh, Riley can't hear me. It's so confusing to like talk to people when they say they can't see the stream. Because like that's what I want to do, but then I realize they can't hear me. Man. I don't know. Should we stay up? Just keep the stream up? I don't know. I don't know what to do. I don't know if it'll be better or worse for our video if we do. I'll leave it up. I don't care. Do you think we'll be punished or rewarded by it? That's the question. That is the question. If it gets really bad, if YouTube like totally shuts down and the stream goes off, guys, make sure you're in Discord, because I'll just throw this up on Discord. That's one of the values of the Discordo. The Discordo. Better. I'm gonna spam it one more time. The next low point under 15,342, 14,596 maybe? Something like that. I have to look. Sometimes I forget where these are from. I think that was the weekly low. Yeah, it was a weekly low. Last week's weekly low. A little easier on the eyes, I think. Oh, Discord doesn't work with Fire TV. No. Yeah, this is an unprecedented YouTube outage. I've never seen this happen. Never seen this. Sven G. Never thought of that problem before. I understand. That makes sense. What's a good way to remedy that, though? What's a good way to remedy? Let's see if this link is active on my... Okay, here's what you can do. Anyone who's on like Fire Stick or on something where they can't actually click the link to join Discord, if you guys go to tomcrown.live, my homepage, you scroll down, you'll see a little Discord thing and you can hit connect. You can join it through that site. So it's tomcrown.live. And that's like easy enough to remember and type in. Yeah, dude, YouTube, what's going on? What's going on, tubes? What's going on to the tubes, boobs? With outages like this, you expect it, you know, you'll have like moments where it works and then it'll stop working. Then you'll have moments where it works and then you'll have it stop working. So, just because it refreshes once doesn't really mean much. Let's see. I will say though, Bitcoin loves taking advantage of spicy times like this. YouTube being down, that is spicy enough for Bitcoin to make some sneaks. Sven G, you're still patron. Then you better be in Discord if you're patron, Sven G. I assume you are. It's really hard for me to keep track of the patron names and YouTube names. I'm like really good with names, but when people have like 3 different names, then it gets hard because then they have YouTube name, Discord name, and then their patron name. It makes it real difficult for me. Shout out to all the new patrons this month, and there's many. Shout out to Saf, Vlad, Crypto World, Edwin, Ben. Samir, Anel. Shout out to everybody. Bunch of new patrons this month. It's freaking awesome. We're the only ones streaming. You know what? What's really weird is, so we did have problems, right? But I noticed, do you guys remember who were here this whole episode? I looked over and I said, oh, something weird happened to my other computer. My other computer that I can see from here that runs our Twitch, looks like it really bonked out. One sec. I'm going to just stand up and see if I can hit refresh on it. But I wonder if it's related. It seems like there's problems all over the place today. But something I just noticed from checking my other chart up over there is this touch was very nice. Look at this wick off of the 50. 1 hour. 50 moving average. Defending price. Defending our ascending low trend line. And sending price back up above 15,608. If you were here as this candle started, you remember I said, wow, this doesn't look too great, but we need to see the hourly close and preferably the 4 hour for confirmation. But if the 1 hour closes above 15,608, this wick really isn't that bad. It becomes no longer the bearish scenario we were looking at. It actually becomes more of a bullish scenario. We have buyers set, defending the price level, refusing to close even an hourly candle below 15,608. That's great. That's really great. That'd be excellent. JG Arse, what's up, brother? Welcome. Thanks for following. You're joining us in the most tumultuous of times. We're streaming. YouTube having some issues. Tumultuous. Tumultuous. I don't know how to say that word. Tumultuous? I don't know. I don't know, man. 17 minutes, guys, and this close looks good. That didn't look so, looked like it was gonna do that. Looked like it was gonna make its way back up, but now it is. That hourly, much more clear-cut pattern. Or, the move, much clearer cut. Painting bullish divergence here. Ooh, buddy. Buddy. This candle. This candle closes above 15,608 in the next 15 minutes. That's a solid bullish sign. That was a ball. Solid bullish sign. Volume's good. Why are you worried about the volume? Audio and video out of sync. I don't know what to tell you. It's YouTube's, man. It's YouTube's. We don't know. Just don't know. It stinks because there's clearly more going on, because I'm looking at the analytics and they're just, the views are trending down, but we're still invisible in search. And so what's weird about it, what makes that weird, is that there's so much price action going on. Views should be going up. And trust me, if I know anything, if I don't even know about charts, I know about YouTube viewership on my channel when I'm live. And a move like this into the daily should absolutely have people in here. So I think maybe people are unable to even like maybe log in, or even unable to open the stream, so they're not counting as views. Something's different. Let me see. I'm gonna open mine up in a private browser with no cookies or anything. I'm gonna see if I can find us. Yeah, we're still live. Still says we're live. It says we're live, but I can't get the stream to actually play on my other tab. Yeah, I'm just getting spinning. Just getting the spins when I open it on private browser. Yep, Prod 19. That's what's happening. If you didn't have it open, I don't think, because I just did it on a different browser, and I'm just getting the loop-de-loops. Helix Murillo, yes, indeed, it is at 15.6. Yes, could be a DNS issue with Google. I could see that easily. There's something weird, man. Something very weird. I gotta go to the bathroom. I gotta go to the bathroom here quick for a second. Put this note up. 13 minutes, man. This candle's looking good. Guys, above 15.608 on this hourly is amazing. Above 15.705, and we get a run today. We get a run to 16. Confidence overwhelming on that. This candle went from very ugly to hitting that 50 hourly moving average and just buying response out the wazoo. This is a great setup. It's gonna make me pretty darn pissed if we get this close and nobody can see our stream. Pretty pissed. It'd be incredibly bullish to close this above 15.705, like insane. Who knows the complexities? All right, I gotta go to the bathroom quick. I'll be right back. Stay tuned. Do not close the browser. Doubly so, get in Discords. Let me get that link. Triply so, look at the patron.